Good afternoon, everyone. Hello and welcome to 4 p.m. The ensemble today have just played a pretty little piece that I wrote on one of the days here for the curtain raiser, and we're now going to start to look at the piece that I wrote today. So every day at 4 p.m. is new music. It's a fresh piece each day, and today marks 376 days. Thank you. So that's 376 starts from having no idea to having some idea, and sometimes we get to 4 p.m, we play, and we still don't have any idea, and we all go home and go, that was a bucket of shit, wasn't it? Oh, well. But sometimes we go away and go, yeah, we punch the air, it was great, or I do anyway, because I have no idea what the formula is to making a good thing or a bad thing. All I know is that the more often you show up, the more likely it is to happen. That's all I know, without having to have a great idea. So today, I started to write a piece, and usually someone says, what was your inspiration? My thing is just show up. Most of the days, just showing up. But I did have something this morning. As you probably noticed, it's pretty bloody cold here in Hobart, and there's snow on the mountain. So that was a bit of a provocation, which I'll tell you about before we play the piece. It's a bit of a simple piece. I think it'll fly by quite quickly. I think the musicians of this caliber will get it done, and the rehearsal we normally have won't take too long. So in preparation for that, I've also put another piece, a couple of pieces from the last couple of days to play in case we, whiz through it quickly and you want to hear more, or just for a matter of contrast. What I like about these 4 p.m. Shows is to have a bit of a chat with you about creativity. If you have any questions or things you want to ask or say about the making process, let's have an open chat. Get yourself a drink and settle in. So we have Miranda, G1, Caleb, and Alex today. So bear in mind that at this moment, none of them have played today's piece yet. So it's all just sight reading. So you're about to see us rehearse. If there's any, the score will whiz by on this screen over here. But if you can't see the screen and you want to geek out, there's a paper score there for all of the nerds in the room. Sorry, not nerds. I mean people like me who read music, and like them who read music. Right. Okay. Shut up, Dean. Get on with the show. Okay. Day 376. So my provocation today was I met a staff member on the way in, and we talked about the snow on the mountain, and I told a story to her about being younger, and my granddad pointed out the difference between a snow cloud and a rain cloud. You can tell the difference, the darkness of a snow cloud, and it just looks and sort of sticks differently to a mountain. And so every time I look at the mountain here, because we have one. Sorry, Melbourne people, you don't have mountains to look at, really. We have a mountain, and I look at it, and I go, there's a snow cloud. And every time I go that, it's good that I can tell the difference. And also, every time I do that, I think of my granddad, which is also really nice. I think about him a lot. I wear his watch every day. And as a matter of coincidence, complete coincidence, he said to me he gave me a pair of shoes of his, he didn't wear anymore. And he said to me, before he died, like years before he died, he's still wearing those bloody things. I just wore them a lot. He's been dead about 20 years now, and I'm fucking still wearing them. So they just don't make shoes like they used to, do they? Anyway, so I'm wearing them today. So there you go. Snow clouds. Snow clouds. Here we go. Let's see, here we go.
Just us two?
Just you two at the start, yes. Second comes in. Going well so far. It's A. First violin comes in. Push that one. 3 Ooh, it's going so well. It's a sight read. I mean, what I really like about the process, there's a protocol that I love about the orchestral musician. They have this thing where like the sight reading it, and I think like if you're in, time is money, right? So if they're in rehearsal, the idea is that they play it once, clock it, make notes, and then the second time they kind of really kind of know it and try to play it properly. So by the third time they could probably play it in public. Well, they just played it for the first time in public, but they're very good at instantly intuiting what to do, especially with a piece like this, which is just like slow notes. So maybe we'll play it a little, move it along a little bit more.
Move it along in little bits.
Yes,
time.
absolutely.
So maybe like E, push forward
Yes.
into E.
Yes, see, here comes the pencils. That's all.
And did you want? Yeah.
Yes.
We'll figure it out.
Yes, we'll do more of that.
Good idea.
With me.
Ask the person next to you and say, if you could ask them anything, because you've always wanted to ask a musician a question, or if you have any questions, say, what would you ask? And they'll come back to you and check in case you have any questions.
Going to go from G a bit faster, maybe.
G, yes. Yes. It says strident. Further, very nice, making any note you need to make. One of the things about, thank you, I'm not even sure this has a melody. Da dee da da. That's like 4 notes. It's pretty dull, isn't it? But that's kind of the idea. Is I just sit down and just start to write, which leans into my claim of not having to have an idea when you start to do something. Just show up and just write anything. Like I'm looking for, might spend an hour looking for the story or the character or the venue or anything. So there's just lots of the kind of chord changes going on, which is why coming up soon I have to modulate just because I'm so fucking sick of that chord, that D minor change. Pop songs have really small melody that go in circles and they finish really quickly. Choruses. Like if it's a 3.5 minute pop song and a chorus is about 15 seconds of that, and you play 3 choruses in a pop song, that's at least 45 seconds to a minute of just choruses in a pop song, which means the melodies have to get themselves done really quickly. In like composed music, the melodies tend to go for longer, especially if it's a fucking opera. I mean, he loves her, she's already in love with someone else, he kills himself, and that takes 4 fucking hours. In an opera, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. So if you come up with a really quick little like dee da da da, oh shit, that's done. Dee da da, oh bloody hell, there it is again. You get really sick of that. So my job is to go dee da da, da. Where do I break it? Where do you snap it and try and make it go longer? Because we're all going to get really tired of that. So that's me trying to. This is what I'm trying to do.
So I reckon we push forward into J again, and like the same with every letter we kind of get into. If we've lost tempo, we'll just
Yeah.
Maybe.
Cool.
At N, did you want a harmonic or an open string A?
At where? N?
N for Nelly.
I was hoping to go. Yes, thank you.
Higher?
Up high.
That one? Or
Given that at O you've got to play a stop note, make sure, try and, yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay. Any questions from you? No, not yet. There's not a lot of information on the page.
Maybe we can go try from K.
Okay. And I'll check if you have any questions.
And at L, who sort of has a melody there? Like
Viola.
Okay, so he can. Yeah.
I have the melody.
You have B melody.
Yes, yes.
Right. So K.
K. Give us as much space as you like. Second repeats that. Viola does the last three notes of that. And then cello does the...
This is O.
This is O. So hold this. So I gave you that little rest into O just to kind of go from the harmonic to the stop note. Just whatever time you need to go from...
You've written a rest in, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. And did you mean for N to slow down quite a bit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then,
Yes.
Right from N.
From my end, yes.
Are we happy with L going faster, or are you wanting it
Not as fast as it did.
was?
Yeah. Especially because I think I want to hear that the two triplets, the sextuplet coming down. Da 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 da. I want to hear that kind of slowing down a little bit. Don't get
Oh,
that
you
too
want
fast.
to slow down into L?
I think so. Just don't rush those because
Oh,
those
don't rush
meant
those,
to be
okay.
like pretty
I was
waterfally.
pushing forward.
Yes.
Okay.
No, don't push.
Do you want to try from O?
The key change is coming up. Right, there you go. Yay, that was, yeah. In the classic kind of pop sense of changing key, when a song changes key, the way to kind of get everyone on board and make everyone sweat is to go up, because like the energy rises. But in this, I've gone down instead. So it intensifies the gravitas of whatever silly thing I'm trying to say. Any questions? Anyone think of something they wanted to ask? Yes, sir. A little bit, but sometimes, like if we play, like in a minute, we'll probably play yesterday's. And if I was thinking about yesterday's people, but then today's people are different, then it doesn't really make any difference. I know that these people are all capable of doing anything that I can write. Anyway, I haven't managed to write anything that's tripped you over yet. I probably won't either, because they're better than me at their instruments than I am at my writing. So I know they can do it. Yeah. Maybe if it was a Monday and there wasn't a next day, I could just write some silly thing if I knew who was coming. Maybe. I don't know. I just know that they can do good stuff. Because if you look at the page, there's not a lot of information on it. All those little, if you don't read music, it looks like a lot. But if you do, there's just lots of little black dots with, not much information, but they're making it sound very full, and they're pushing and pulling and giving it all this stuff. So I kind of rely on them. There's about a dozen musicians who kind of come and play here at 4 p.m. It's always the same 4 instruments, but rarely the same 4 people 2 days in a row. And I know that they can do it all of the stuff that I don't write and make it sound so much better. Yeah, yeah. But it's a team thing. All good? No? He's scratching himself. Okay. Do you want to run any bits again or write some notes about pushing and pulling?
I reckon we'll
Just give it a go?
Yeah, give it a go.
Okay.
We'll
Okay.
intuit.
You'll intuit. Okay.
We'll
You
try it without you.
Yes, I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I'm going to sit over there now, and we're going to hear the piece all the way through. And then if you want to pop off and, oh, we're early, this is good. No, don't go yet. This is good. Don't go yet. Okay, because we'll play yesterday's. Here we go. Here's the piece all the way through from a blank page this morning, day 376 from a fresh start. This is Miranda, G1, Caleb, and Alex playing 376, and I've called it Snow Clouds. We're going for Miranda, G1, Caleb, Alex. Thank you. There you go. There you go. No. Yay. Now, got any jokes? No. Should we play yesterday's or the day before? Let's play yesterday's.
Which?
Any questions from anyone? Yes. Oh, Bite's behind you and then you.
Oh, hi, Caleb.
Oh, hello.
Great question. How do I... Yeah, no. How to go home with the shit ones and feel good about what I've done. I feel good because I just showed up. My job is to just get comfortable with making shit. It's like sometimes, we all go, do you want to hear it again? The crowd goes, no. It's like, okay, fine, we'll back tomorrow. That's taken a bit of getting used to, but that's my want. I think it's the idea that things can be shit that stops you from doing anything in the first place. If you're a painter or a poet or a songwriter, you go, it could be shit, I'll go to the pub instead. As opposed to just being able to find some comfort with just making lots of shit. Percentage-wise, so there's 370-something days. Here's the 4 p.m. album of the days when we went, day 86 was awesome, day 65 was awesome, and we came back of a night time and recorded them properly. But that's only like 10% of the total of the 24 hours plus of continuous music. So that's 10% where I go, they're really good. The rest of it's just kind of on the tools. And most people make some stuff in their bedrooms, garage, and don't show it to people. That's probably what's weird about this and me, is that you just do it in private. But even though you do it in private, I watch my kids and students I used to have who are pretty much on their own in the corner, with a little notebook, and they'd write one line and they'd go, fuck. Like, no one's watching them, but their own personal shame, they couldn't bear the shit that they just wrote down, and they're on their own. Like, far out. What kind of crazy anxious people are we breeding if we're stigmatizing mistakes that hard that you write something on your own and you're really fucked up by it? That really upsets me. So that's probably what I'm trying to do here, is have that conversation with people, to just have the freedom to drive home going, today was a bucket of poo. Oh well, whatever. I was at the tools, nothing showed up, or I missed it, or I was hungover, or whatever. Better luck tomorrow. Yeah. Yes, hang on. The most interesting question.
That one.
Yeah, yours. Yeah.
No, there was that science one, the kid.
Oh, that's right. Yes, like a little 3-year-old over here said, "What do science people do?" Off topic, but I tried to answer it. No, I had a great question yesterday. I had some cracking questions yesterday. One guy said, "What's the difference between 370 something and 100?" To which I pointed him to the book, where in the first 150 days, I didn't do what I'm doing now, which is take a little seed from a day that was good and plant it in the morning sometimes so I can build on stuff. The first 150 was a clean start, absolutely no carryover. And it was 10 months long. I did this for 10 months straight, and it resulted in a nervous breakdown. So that's what the book is kind of. It's creativity from the driver's seat. It's a pretty big story. And the other question was, the guy said, if you had 6 franchises of 4 p.m. around the world and 6 people like you who were doing this, what would you instruct them to do? Like, fuck, wow, that's a big question. Because 4 p.m. is something that will go and travel. So that was a good question to make me think about what I would tell those people. Yeah, it's a big one. Over there in the corner. How do I rate today's? Oh, I don't think it's in the 10%, but thank you. I don't think so. I don't know. It's probably in the maybe, I don't know, 50? 50, yeah, it's a 50. It's pretty conventional, but that's okay. That's fine. But thank you. And a question here, and we'll go. I did some commissions prior to this. I'm a guitarist. I started my life as a drummer 25 years ago, playing professionally, and then I played double bass. I sing songs. That's what I do for a living. haven't studied composition formally at all, nor do I have a classical background. But I did a degree in singing. I'm a singer with a string quartet, and I went, "Whoa, that was cool! The strings do things that guitars can't do." So I just started to kind of lean in, and eventually the band was replaced with a quartet, and then eventually it wasn't me singing with the quartet or with the orchestra, it was just the orchestra. So I've kind of backed away slowly. But truth be told, on day one of this installation, 4 p.m, I had not ever written a string quartet in a single day before. I just pitched the idea to Mona and they bought it, and on day one I thought, fuck, Jesus. I'm like, wow. Anyway, here's yesterday's piece. 375.
We're going to go with the fast side.
What's that?
We're going to go with the fast side.
She's played it, but we haven't.
Yeah. Are they?
I think it's us two. Is it
Not-
just me?
That's just you.
Not crazy.
Okay.
fast, Not crazy. Not
Okay.
crazy.
Sight reading, sight reading. Woo! There you go. That was yesterday's piece. I had no story for yesterday. It was just a thing. Just notes followed the other and I just wrote them out. So there you go. I often think, well, should we play one of those shit ones? But no. My vanity won't allow it. But the best one.
Why you do the tango one? Why don't we play the tango one?
You want to play the tango?
Yeah. Do you want to?
Oh, you can play the tango. Cool. Well, if you want to hear the best one, you could buy the album. Thank you. There's two. No, right. So there's two volumes. Double album.
Yes.
What's that? 2 for the price of 10. That you can buy them. Yeah. So if you pay for them upstairs, you have to pay a full price each one. If you get it from me down here, I'll give you a deal. But download as well. Download on the back of a nice little piece of my score if you want to stick it above the stove and remember us. But also there's the book, which is all the live. You can see there's microphones. We record everything. So there's a live stream and a Patreon page, but this has 11 hours of music through it, the first 150 days, and the diary. So that's my contribution to the canon of books on creativity. Journaling every day. It's a bit of a thing. Shall we do the tango? Okay, we'll do the tango. Okay, is Donna here? No.
You just did it the other day.
Oddly enough, this is a tune. I call it Donna's Tango. And hand this around, please. And it's the same person who asked me the question this morning about the snow clouds. So it's the same person giving me all these provocations. Donna, she's responsible for more than she realises. She said, write a tango, and I said, I don't know how tangos go, but I'll just write one anyway. Why not? Music never killed anyone. This is apparently what I imagined a tango might be like. It's not on the album yet because we haven't been able to record any of the last 80-something days of this particular run of 4 p.m. I wrote it. It's in 3, and someone did tango is in 4, dude. Oh, I don't know. Right? Who said that? You said that. Someone said that. I don't know. Anyway, it was a bit of fun. So there we go. So you heard today's piece, yesterday's piece, and a piece from, when was that written? That was written on a Monday, I think. Monday the 27th of May. So there's a bunch of stuff. Do you want to hear another one? Have we got time? You got time? Yeah. Oh, you're engaged. You're in. And a question. What do you want to play? You want to play Friday's piece or today's again?
Either one.
What should we do?
Up to you.
Something schmaltzy or
Celtic
today's?
lullaby.
Oh, the Celtic lullaby. Okay, we'll do the Celtic lullaby. Okay, it's over here. This is the schmaltzy one. So you're not going to hear today's again because it didn't make the grade. It's okay. Here's a piece to send you on your way. I call this again. Someone said write a Celtic lullaby. I don't know how Celtic music goes, but I gave it a shot. Come and talk to me at the end of this, and we can talk if you want to buy an album or a book. Any other questions? A question? Sorry, I can't hear you, sir. The one I'm most happy with, my absolute favourite out of all of them, I don't know. Gosh, I don't know. Probably in the future it'll be the one that makes me the most money. Right? The dumbest, who knows Max Richter, the composer Max Richter? You've heard his music, he's all over movies and he's a massive thing. He does that sleep overnight thing. Huge in the music. He's like the pop guy, he's the poster guy for composed music. And he sat there. We had him here for a festival. He sat there the whole time. Fuck, Max is in the room. Okay. And we got through the day. And then at the end of it, having a chat with Max Richter. And his biggest piece is called On the Nature of Daylight, which has been in a bunch of movies, Arrival, it's the bookend, it's everywhere. And he's bought many houses. Like Bon Jovi bought lots of houses on Living on a Prayer. Max Richter's bought a lot of houses from that one piece called On the Nature of Daylight, which he wrote in reaction to the Iraq War. And he's a real pacifist, and he talks about war all the time. And I had written some pieces on Hiroshima Day and the Ukraine-Russia war. I'd written some pieces. And I wanted to say something like, about the war and the music and how interesting and compelling it is. But I think what I said to him was, basically, how good is war for business? I think that's what I said to a pacifist. Fucking like a fart in a spacesuit. It was a terrible question. Anyway, here's the Celtic lullaby, which I wrote on another Monday, day 361. My name is Dean Stevenson. This is Miranda and G1 and Caleb and Alex. Thank you for your time. We'll play this and then you can mosey slowly off for the ferry. Don't rush. This is day 361 at Celtic Lullaby. very much, and have a lovely Sunday night. Thank you very much. My name is Dean. Miranda, G1, Caleb, and Alex have been very pleased to do this for you. Thank you. Thank you, and have a lovely trip home. Come and have a chat, and we'll be here, and safe travels. Bye-bye.